From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School play host to the Red Hawks of Melrose High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. My partner is Tim Hoffman. And since our last telecast, Tim, the Spy Ponders went on the road. They split 2 games at Stoneham and at Reading, so they come into tonight's game with a record of 6-5 overall, 5-4 in the league. And for the Red Hawks, a record of 5-7, 3-6 in the league. So should be a competitive battle here tonight at the Kozlowski Gymnasium.
2 really balanced teams. This is going to be a great game, and it's not a must-win for both teams, but both teams really need this to get on to the tournament later. I like Arlington's athleticism against Melrose, but Melrose is long. They have a really good interior defense and defensive rebounding, and they have some good three-point shooting. They will play a zone, which has showed Arlington a couple of problems in the past, but it's going to be a great game, and I'm really glad to be here.
As we have the introduction of the starting lineups, a key player from Melrose, talking with Coach Woods before the game, really had a good game against Arlington last year. Is one of the co-captains, number 33, Cameron Lippy. So he's a big kid, and we'll see how Arlington matches up with him size-wise. As we have the introduction of Melrose, I'm going to go in the order that I have them, which is number 5, co-captain Ellis Davis. Number 10 is Connor Brophy, a junior. Number 11 is a sophomore, John Aarons. Number 20 is Nasir Montero, a senior. And then, as I mentioned, number 33, the co-captain, Cameron Lippy. He is a returning all-league player, and as I said, posed problems for the Ponders last season.
Yeah, never mind on offense. You got to keep them off the defensive glass. I wouldn't be surprised if even though there's a height differential, that they put Mills on him just to box him out.
In his 4th season as the head coach of the Red Hawks is Daniel Burns. And now the starting lineup for the Spy Ponders. Number 0, tri-captain Simon Hess. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 4, Owen Haglund. We're going to talk about Owen in a moment. Number 20, Matt Newfer is in the starting lineup tonight, and right here is number 23, Caden Mills. Tim, a lot of scoring lately from Owen Haglund. He had, the last game that we had against Belmont, he had 17, and then in the win in Stoneham, he had 24. Jaden Williams also had 24, and in the loss to Reading, Owen Haglund had 19 points, so he's averaging around 20 points per game his last 3, and Arlington really needs that secondary scorer in addition to Jaden Williams, and we'll talk more about that after the playing of our national anthem.
And from the perimeter as well.
And, of course, the head coach of the Spy Ponders in his 4th season is Jack Woods. He's assisted by Mike Palladino. The team manager is Matteo Stelluti. And the head of basketball operations for the Spy Ponders is Tim Schuler. So, Tim, I don't know, too, now. Back in the day, you know, the things have changed now with the full statewide tournament. You know, I know you had to have a 500 record, but maybe they had the play-down rule. You had just teams against whom you played in your own division. But now I think it might be a hard and fast 500 rule. So if you're Melrose and you're 5-7, the season's kind of ticking away here, you know, to get to 500, and for the Spy Ponders, just one game over 500. So this is a big game for both teams.
It's evenly matched, big game. Both teams need it, not tonight, but they need it for the long run. And to get to 10-10, to get to the tournament, especially when for the seniors, it would be a big win for either team. And I expect this to be a great high school basketball game tonight.
The referee will put it up between the big men. It's Newfer and Lippy for the Red Hawks, and the Red Hawks control the tap. First possession of the game for Melrose.
And they got Newfer on Lippy playing man. Gonna look at that matchup.
Ellis Davis to the basket, puts it up strong, and a big collision there. Both players slow to get up. Davis looked like he's grabbing his leg or his hip. Newfer took a pretty good shot as well. That foul will go against Matt Newfer, his first. So we'll check the starting five again for Arlington. Number 0, Simon Hess. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 4, Owen Haglund. Number 20, Matt Newfer. Number 23, Caden Mills.
Ellis, probably their second best player. Really good athletic kid, can shoot the three. He's tough on defense. He landed really hard on his hip. You can see him, he's sort of struggling there a little bit.
Yeah, the officials did a nice job of taking time, administering these free throws, give him a little time to breathe, catch his breath, and he knocks down the first free throw.
You can see just from his free throw shooting, his release, and the way that he's shooting the ball, that he's got a nice shot, and he's a big athletic kid. He takes it to the hoop, and he'll take the threes too, but sort of landed on his hip. We'll take a look at that as it goes on.
1 of 2 for the Red Hawk co-captain. Now the ball is out of bounds. It was deflected. It will remain Arlington ball.
Yeah, Mills was going with the outlet pass, but Melrose got a finger on it.
First possession for the Spy Ponders. Jaden Williams for 3. Off the side of the basket, no good.
A good sign for Arlington is that Melrose is going to man-to-man. I've seen them a couple of times this year where they pack it into a 2-3 zone, and I think that's what Arlington has a little bit more trouble with. I like that Arlington's going to try to match up with them, and Arlington's going to be able to take advantage of their athleticism.
Connor Brophy went into the lane for that shot, missed the shot, ball got knocked out of bounds, Arlington ball. Owen Haglund to the basket, strong no off the window.
Good aggressive take there. I like that.
By Montero. Ooh, thought Jaden had a chance for a steal there.
Arlington going to their half-court man-to-man. They play tough man-to-man defense. What they have to be really careful of on shots like this is to box out.
Montero to the basket, lays it up and in. First basket of the basketball game tonight belongs to Melrose and Nasir Montero. 3-0 Red Hawks just underway here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Caden Mills with a couple of moves, puts it up, and he's called for a traveling violation.
Probably should have gone up on the second pivot on that one. But that's good that he's getting involved in the offense, because he's going to be involved in every other aspect of the game. Defense, rebounding, diving for loose balls. I would be surprised if you see him on the big kid later too, just for his boxing out presence.
Here is Lippy up, no good, gets his own rebound, powers it back up, misses again. Owen Haglund with the strong rebound. Arlington coming back 3-on-3. Here's Owen Haglund to the hole, no. Rebound fought for. Haglund comes up with it, and then he lost it. And here comes Melrose back the other way. Jaden Williams maybe got a little reach in, got away with that one there, thank goodness. Don't want a cheap foul there in the backcourt this early in the game.
Lippy's best offense is following up on his misses. He'll crash the glass all game. You got to keep him off the glass.
Brophy, floater, no. There's the big guy Lippy again, puts it up, no, but he's fouled on the play. I don't think they're going to call that a shooting foul. I think they're going to call it a possession foul. Red Hawk ball on the baseline.
Good call. He wasn't going up with that yet. It'd be tough for either team to really get much of a perimeter offense going, because they're playing such tough man-to-man defense on the perimeter. But
Good
you're going to
defensive-
see
good
them
defensive-
getting to the hoop though.
Good defensive play there by Montero. He lays it up and in. Melrose has the first 5 points of the game, and Arlington takes the timeout.
Yeah, I think Coach Woods wants to get everybody on the same page here, make sure they're attacking the hoop. They've gotten some good opportunities. They've gotten some good shots, but they just need a couple to fall. Only 5-0, so it's nothing drastic, but they definitely need a couple of buckets here. And I think that what I think Coach Woods is probably telling them is to run the offense, be patient, but take the good shots when you have them.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Woods really doesn't want to take a timeout 2 minutes and 37 seconds into the ball game, but I think it was a good timeout because nothing has gone well thus far, but it's so early that now he can make the adjustments.
And here comes the 2-3.
Yep.
See, Melrose will switch up a lot, especially after timeouts and in the quarter. This is where Arlington's got to make a little bit of hay here. I like Williams on the high elbow there, getting him the ball down where he is right now. It would be perfect.
Caden Mills kicks it back out. Simon Hess for 3.
It's a good shot though.
Rebound fought for. Jaden comes up with it. Now we have a held ball. Possession arrow is pointing Arlington's way.
Good defensive rebound there. Offensive rebound, I'm sorry, by Williams. But I like Williams on the elbow or on the baseline on the zone because he can get the ball, has his dribble, and he can attack the hoop.
Newfer for 3. It's going to be long. It is long. And the rebound for Brophy.
Ooh. Didn't like that one.
And a foul committed in the backcourt by Caden Mills. That might be his second.
It is his second.
Sure is. Team's third. And that's a bad spot for Caden to pick up foul number 2 in a decision time very early in the game for Coach Woods. It has been his norm to take players out with 2 fouls, but so early in this game to lose Mills for the rest of the half would be a big loss. We have another held ball, and this time the possession arrow is favoring Melrose.
Good hustle play there.
Of course, for years the Melrose team was known as the Red Raiders, now known as the Red Hawks. I believe Natick High School also made a change similar to that, now known as the Red Hawks. They were the Red Men, though, I think. Here comes Mills. He lays it up. No! Hagelin with the follow-up. He's going to lay that one up. No! Great hustle by Arlington, keeping it alive. Unlucky on the lay-ins, though, and they'll regroup. Newfer fakes, drives into the traffic, and outside official is going to call a foul, and Coach Burns did not like it.
It was sort of late, Don, and the other ref was right underneath the hoop.
He passed on it, and the outside official decided that it was worthy of a call.
I like that as a no call. Good
So
free
Matt-
throw shooter here, though.
Yeah, Matt Newfer at the line trying to get that 0 off the board for the Ponders.
There
and
it
he
is.
does just that.
You know, even though they missed a couple of those bunnies there, they're attacking the hoop, they're aggressive, they have high energy, and when we've seen Arlington with a higher energy level, that's when they've been more successful. So I like their energy level, and I think the buckets are going to fall.
2 free throws for Matt Newfer.
Yeah, Matt
Arlington
can shoot
on the
those.
board.
You give Matt a freebie, he's going to hit it. Quick timeout there. Arlington came out in a full court press. They trapped right in the corner, and Melrose sensed that they weren't really ready for that and had to call a quick timeout. The only thing with that is they have Mills up front. He's already got 2 fouls, and he's their most aggressive defensive player and their best defensive player, but we definitely do not want him getting his 3rd here this early.
So each team has taken a timeout. We're not even halfway through the first quarter. Spy Ponders trail 5-2, 4:08 remaining in the first quarter. Busy week for the Ponders. They have 3 games this week. They have this game here tonight And then they play at South High Community School on Thursday. That's a 6:30 game. And then they come home on Friday. Arlington has the early game on Friday at 5:30 with the girls' varsity game to follow at 7 o'clock.
They play Woburn on Friday, correct, Don?
That is correct.
Yeah, that should be a good game, too.
Yeah, it's kind of a log jam in the league. I was talking to Coach Woods ahead of time. I think there are 3 teams. I want to say Lexington, Burlington, and maybe Woburn. No, Winchester's in there too. There are 3 teams with a record league of 6-3, and Arlington at 5-4, Belmont at 4-5. So all the teams are bunched tightly. So
not many easy nights in the Middlesex League.
Exactly.
And every once in a while you get a team down, but like a game like this, you got 2 teams that are about 500 or close to 500, and they're both really, really good high school basketball teams.
3-point shot fake. Now drive inside. They kick it back out.
That's a nice pass.
Brophy almost lost it out of bounds. Picks it back up. Gains his dribble. Newfer cuts off the baseline. Brophy picks it back up again. Montero dumps it down to Lippy, and Lippy is called for travel.
I really like Arlington's defensive intensity here. You see Williams, Mills, Newfer, everyone's getting after it on defense. I think coach is like, hey, we got to bring it tonight.
Yeah, it was good passing by Melrose, but as you said, Arlington defense responds to every one of those good passes and held them without a point. No, I think that ball was kicked. They did reset the shot clock, and they should not have.
Yeah, it was an entry pass that was kicked by one of the guards.
Yeah, that shot clock should not have reset. Not that there was much time off the shot clock, but that's the new rule.
You see on the zone here, Don, where
it's a good play by Montero. Now he makes another good play.
Got to get back on
fake. Arlington ball. Well, it looked like Montero kind of goaded Arlington.
Got to come back to the ball.
Oh, and Haglund for 3. Yes!
That will open things up, especially on this 2-3 zone if Haglund starts hitting that.
Haglund ties the score at 5. Mills coming from behind, knocks the ball out of bounds. It will remain Melrose ball.
I think at this point in the season, I like that they're leaving Mills in there, even with the 2 fouls. Oh, yes.
And now we do have a traveling violation called.
See, sometimes even if you have a passive press, someone gets the ball like that and they bobble it, they travel. It's perfect coaching here by Arlington to sort of slow down Melrose, but show them a different look on defense here too.
Melrose stays with the 2-3 zone. Jaden Williams with the jump shot from the elbow. No. Melrose back the other way.
I like him attacking the hoop.
Inside to Lippy. Oh! Boy, I think Arlington was not the recipient there of what could have been an offensive foul on Lippy. Now Montero gets it back and he lays it in. Montero has 6 of the Melrose 7 points so far tonight.
Sometimes at a higher level you see that as a no call, but at this level here, where obviously the offensive player made the contact, I thought that was an offensive
3.
foul.
No. Teams fighting for the loose ball.
They're aggressive. Melrose is aggressive.
Here comes Davis. Davis with the bunny move and lays it in.
It's tough. He's tough attacking the glass.
9-5 Melrose. So Arlington tied it at 5. Melrose has made the last 4 points.
Look at Williams there. That's where I like Williams. Right on the baseline underneath the zone. Get him the ball there, right there.
There it is right there. And I was going to go with the reverse. Puts it up.
That's
no.
Right. That's going to work. He's going to get fouled or he's going to get some buttons. They got to protect the hoop here.
Yeah, Brophy just goes right to the basket, out being challenged and lays it up and in. So now Melrose with their largest lead of the game early on, 11-5 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter.
Melrose likes to attack the hoop. There it is. That's why I like Williams right there.
Jaden Williams up strong, blocked from behind by Lippy, and Lippy commits the foul, and Coach Burns is on the floor almost as far as the Burlington coach a couple weeks ago.
I was going to say they got 6 guys on there. No, one of them's a coach.
He needs a red sweater so he mixes in a little bit better. As he definitely did not like that call. Lippy's first, second on the team. Jaden Williams at the line for 2, misses the first.
Just take your time. I think he was a little quick on that foul shot.
Now wholesale substitutions for the Ponders is number 24, Ben Radoslovich. Number 5, Ricardo Bondasani. And there's one more sub at the table getting ready to check in for Arlington. Probably going to check in for Jaden after he makes his free throw. He does just that. And indeed, Jaden Williams comes out of the lineup, and he's replaced by Diego Palmieri, number 13. So the Italian connection is in for the Ponders.
Bondasari plays tough D.
And they go with the long play. It's able to work this time. And getting the lay in is Montero. So Melrose took the chance, went for the long pass. They were successful with it, and they increased their lead to 7 points, 13-6, the Red Hawks. Oh, and Hagelin for three.
A much-needed three by Hagelin.
Hagelin's got 6. Ponders trail by
Great
4.
defense,
Steal by
good
Arlington.
pass.
Radoslovich up, no. He's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2 as Connor Brophy will pick up that foul.
Hess threw a great pass, Don. He played great defense and then quickly threw a pass.
I mean, Coach Burns is really energetic and really responds to calls, but he runs the risk of getting a technical foul as every single call he reacts and comes onto the floor a couple of feet. So we'll see how much the officials are going to take of that as Radoslovich misses the first free throw.
I think his protesting of the call is one thing, but you mentioned too is he's 6 or 7 feet onto the court.
Yeah.
It just seems odd.
He can go on down to the baseline, but he can't come onto the court using that coach's box that they have now, defined coaching box.
They get the sideline break, good defense there.
Steal by Hagelin. He might go all the way. Bounce pass to Radoslovich, and getting in the way.
Bounds, yep. Good call.
Arlington ball. Getting in the way of that bounce pass was Lippy, so great hustle by Lippy, and then the two teams were fighting for the ball as it went out of bounds, and again showing displeasure is Coach Burns.
Hagelin probably could have taken that right to the hoop. He was a little bit too unselfish there with that pass. I like if you've made it that far on the break, go to the hoop.
Now again, they reset the shot clock, and I have no idea why. I really don't know what they're doing. That ball was kicked. That's not a reset.
He's feeling it. Got to get back. Everyone's got to run back in white because they're going to keep going. That's a nice pass.
Shot with the left hand, couldn't get it to go. Arlington back the other way. Here comes Owen Hagelin. Hagelin pull up, lays it in.
Just get a stop here and we're fine.
Melrose could hold for a final shot. They do not. They take a 3. No good. Rebound fought for, and flipping it up and in is number 3, John Lamas, who has checked into the Red Hawks lineup.
Good athlete.
Chance for Arlington now to hold for a final shot. They trail by 4, 10 seconds to go first quarter.
Nice passing.
Ooh, but Bondasani, I thought he was going to get away with the travel. He did not.
From that elbow to the low post, guys, it has to be a bounce pass. And then if you get it in there, you got to go up. If you're going to either get fouled, if you get blocked, so be it.
Steal by Arlington. Hess inside to Bondasani. He's bottled up. He gets out of traffic. Let's see if he can get the shot up. They do not, and that will end the first quarter. So kind of a fast-paced, little crazy first quarter here at the Tozlowski Gymnasium, and the Ponders find themselves down 15-11 at the end of 1.
Yeah, they could have been down a lot more, but they hung in there. They played tough defense. And Hagelin's, he had two threes. Good for him. That really kept them in. Good first quarter, Don. Back and forth.
Getting ready for second quarter action. It will be Arlington ball to begin the second quarter, and they trail 15-11.
Coach has Mills and Williams out, trying to buy some time, keep it close, keep them fresh, and also keep them out of foul trouble.
Yeah, Mills, remember, does have 2 personal fouls.
I would be surprised on first possession to get them back in. Good.
Blocking foul committed. Coach Burns liked that call. He's so funny. You recall he has some kind of reaction, positive or negative. He's just an intense guy. So that foul does go against number 11, John Arena. For Arena, he picks up his first. That's the fourth on the team. Arlington has committed 3 team fouls so far in the first half. We check the start of the 5 for Arlington. Hess, number 0. Bondasani, number 5. Haglund, number 4. Radoslovich, number 24. And Palmieri, number 13. The 5 for the Ponders. 18 on the shot clock. 2-3 zone by Melrose.
Arlington moving the ball well.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great pass.
Unfortunately, Bondasani was not ready for it. Hit him right in the face. And Arlington
Could have been a bounce pass.
Arlington bought as much time as they wanted to, as they're going to get those 3 starters back into the game, as Newfer, Williams, and Mills all getting ready to check in. Haglund flips it up and in.
Haglund's playing great. He's really attacking the hoop. He's aggressive offensively, and they need that against a team that really pushes it down.
Haglund only a sophomore.
Yeah, he's got a nice run ahead of him here. Middlesex League got to be careful here. There we
Steal
go.
by Haglund. Arlington maybe with the numbers 3-on-2. Here's Owen Haglund. Goes strong to the hole. I don't know if that shot was blocked or not, but there's Hyman Hess. Johnny on the spot, laying it back up and in. And we're tied at 15.
Get back on D here.
6:29
nice little
to
run
go.
there.
Yep, 6:29 to go first half. Ponders have tied it at 15. They trailed by as many as 6.
Most of their run is on effort. I mean, this group, the second group here, is playing really well.
Now inside to Lippy.
Yeah,
and
you don't
Lippy
want to
lays
switch
in.
off him. You got to stay with him, even if he sets a screen, because he's going to roll to the hoop and he's going to be wide open.
I have that as Lippy's first points basket of the evening. Haglund pull-up jumper from the foul line. Did not get the shooter's roll. Radoslovich put the rebound back up, couldn't get that to roll, and Arlington now has another possession opportunity here as they'll reset the shot clock and Arlington will run their offense. And again, this is just buying more time for Arlington to rest their big 3 coming in back into the lineup.
You see how Melrose switched back to their man-to-man. They didn't like what they were seeing on the zone.
Simon Hess pull-up jump shot from foul line, no good. Bondasani a little too much in the backcourt defensively. He pick up the foul.
Actually, that might have been a good foul just to get the subs in.
So Newford number 20, Williams number 1, and Mills number 23 all back into the Arlington lineup, replacing Radoslovich, Bondasani, and Palmieri.
They played well. They played well. They had a lot of energy and played tough defense. Here we go with Mills to attack the hoop. Nice. Yeah, the full court man-to-man with the traps on the first pass is definitely something that's going to slow Melrose down a little bit, as long as they protect the backcourt, especially with Mills and Williams in the front court. They're going to get some turnovers, and they instantly attack the hoop.
So Arlington causes the turnover. Mills draws the foul, which is number 2 for Cameron Lippy, and Lippy will check out of the Melrose lineup, and he's replaced by number 3, John Lamas. So good turn of events there for the Ponders. And let's see if Mills can give them the lead. Second free throw, no. We remain tied. Excuse me, Arlington down by 2, 17-15. 3-point shot from deep in the corner is no good. And Jaden Williams high for the rebound. He's got Owen Haglund ahead of the pack. Let's see if Owen can track it down. He is able to track it down, but then when he tried to save it, nobody there for Arlington, and so it will be Melrose ball.
Yeah, I think on a fast break like that, if you're out on the wing, you can throw that. If you're going right down the middle, that's a tough catch and a tough pass to make. You're almost better off bringing it up yourself and then seeing what's happening down the court.
Jaden Williams gets a hand on that pass, knocks it out of bounds. It remains Melrose ball. Now Simon Hess will get his first break of the evening and replaced by Ricardo Bondasani, number 5.
They like him in here for his defense. I mean, that kid plays tough D, man.
Now an entry pass, I don't know if it was touched by anybody. Apparently it was, so Arlington, either way it was going to be Arlington ball, just a matter of where the entry pass will come in from.
That substitution he just made, he put Baldasani in the front court, played tough defense, that caused that turnover right there.
Jaden Williams
There
trying
we
to
go.
get it going offensively. Hasn't gone for him yet so far. Just one free throw for Jaden thus far. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Arlington. Melrose ball.
He's getting to the hoop, though, so those are going to fall for him.
5 minutes remaining, second quarter. Ponders down by 2.
Nice. Oh,
Last touch by Jaden Williams, remains Melrose ball.
yeah, that initial trap is really working well. They're having a tough time reversing the basketball. They should try to get it to the middle.
Ooh. Remains Melrose ball. The Melrose player was tempted to touch that. He was standing out of bounds. He made a good decision not to. Otherwise, he would have been guilty of being out of bounds. It would have been Arlington ball. Steal by Bondasani again.
Good,
Bondasani
smart
pulls
play.
it up. Jaden Williams in the corner. Fakes. Arlington will work it around.
He knew he didn't have anything. He just pulled it up, looked for a better decision here. Oh, goodness.
Hagelin on the double team. Couldn't get it to Newfer. Melrose comes away with it. I don't know what we had there. Just out of bounds. Arlington ball.
Ooh. Coach's not going to like that one.
I don't think he liked the way that John Lamas approached that as much as he didn't like the call. Hagelin on the drive back into the paint, throws it up and in. Tough move there.
That is a good move. He's really aggressive on the offensive end. They got to
back the other way comes Connor Brophy, coast to coast, laying it in.
Almost all their buckets have been easy buckets like that. And when they get into the quarter court and they play the tough defense, they can't get there. It's on transition where they're not getting back quick enough, or they're not getting back all the way back.
Yeah, no one there.
There we go.
No one was there to help Newfer on that drive. Newfer's going to take a three, long. Rebound fought for, and Bondasani picks up the rebounding foul. For Arlington, I think that will be team foul number 5. I believe for Bondasani it will be number 2.
Ellis is still limping from that first play. Here comes the full court press again. Probably will trap on the first possession. That press is definitely causing a little bit of a problem for Melrose. It's slowed down their tempo. Arlington is now controlling the tempo, but they've also had quite a few turnovers on the press.
Great defense by Arlington. As Tim mentioned, another turnover for Melrose. Jaden Williams fakes the corner drive. Now he steps out of bounds. Melrose ball.
Yeah, it's also adjusting, too. It's not just that their defense is. Coach came out with the mindset, we're going to play half-court man, and it wasn't working, so he put the press on. It's just such a good move, but where he's able to adjust from minute to minute during these games.
19-17 Melrose, 3.5 minutes remaining, first half. And again, the Arlington defensive pressure causes the bad pass, and Melrose turns it over.
Yeah, they're trying to, they're forcing the tempo. And Melrose would much rather walk it up and get into their sets.
They're going to get, oh man, yeah, I was afraid of that. Caden Mills didn't do a great job setting that screen. He picks up the foul on the illegal screen, and with 3:21 remaining in the first half, he goes to the bench with his 3rd personal foul. And immediately upon that, Coach Burns will roll the dice, and he brings Cameron Lippy with 2 fouls back into the game. So he's going to try to take advantage of the absence of Caden Mills and see if he can get Lippy going. Lippy just held to 2 points so far by Arlington.
Yeah, he's going to see if he can control inside now.
And now they're going to get a blocking foul on Arlington. I think it's Simon Hess.
Played good D.
And Coach Woods doesn't like that call. And worse is that it's team foul number 7 for Arlington. So that will put Melrose in the bonus.
And this guy's a really good shooter, too.
John Aarons, number 11, at the line for a 1-and-1.
I saw him warming up. He was draining some threes, too, so he's got a nice form. He's a lefty.
Held scoreless so far tonight, and he hits the first free throw.
That's pretty nice form. Keep him off the line. Remember that for later in the game. Got a box out here.
1 of 2.
There we go.
For the sophomore. Arlington still down by 3. Here's Hess to the basket.
Nice take.
Beautiful move all the way to the hole, and he lays it up and in.
Both teams are successful when they attack the hoop on their secondary break. They sort of both get bogged down when they're in their quarter court offense, but because both teams play such good defense. But on their secondary break, you get to the hoop.
Well, nice little dump pass there.
That's a really good pass.
By Montero, and Lippy lays it in. Oh, nice defense there by Aarons as he's able to knock the ball loose and save it. Again, being a lefty helped him there. That was a strong hand keeping it in. Here's Brophy in trouble. Lippy, strong move to the basket, puts up. Ooh, I thought they were going to get. Oh, wow. They're going to count that basket. Now, Coach Woods is doing his best Coach Burns imitation, and he's well onto the floor. They called the foul. I thought they were going to call a held ball.
Yeah, it looked like he had a lot of ball on that.
And then I didn't think that the shot would be allowed because I thought that Lippy went up for the shot and landed.
Oh, wow. Didn't hit the rim, right?
I guess not. So Lippy commits the violation.
Note that ball later in the game. Holy cow.
Interesting.
Back to 2-3. This is the one that I like. Williams on, no foul. I like Williams on the baseline on their 2-3. Or maybe at the high post.
Oh, Jaden a little too much out there at the mid-court circle. Picks up the blocking foul.
No need to contest that right there because he's not doing anything out there.
It's only Jaden's first, but that is the 9th team foul against Arlington. So this will be a 1-and-1. Then after this, Melrose will be in double bonus for the duration of the half. 2:02 remaining in the first half, and Melrose leads by 5. Connor Brophy unable to hit the front end of the 1-and-1. Jaden Williams gets the rebound, saves it to Newfer. Here comes Matt Newfer in the open court. Owen Hagelin fakes, drives, and that should be a blocking foul, and it is on Connor Brophy. Team foul number 6 for Melrose, so they had one to give. That was the one. And for Brophy, that's his 3rd. Connor Brophy with 3 fouls. He has 4, second leading scorer tonight for Melrose. I don't know if Coach Burns is aware of that situation, and maybe Arlington can exploit it and see if they can pick up a 4th foul.
Hagelin really playing great offensively, attacking the hoop. That out-of-bounds play, I don't think that's exactly what Coach Woods wanted them to do.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if Coach Burns wants that either. Usually the coach calls the timeout, but Lippy didn't really want to lose that possession. His player was in danger of losing the ball, at least to a held ball, so he called timeout Lippy on the floor as opposed to one of the coaches.
Like we were saying before, Don, this game's going to be about who makes their free throws, who makes the least amount of mistakes, and maybe who has the ball at the end of the game. 2 tough Middlesex League teams that play really, really good defense, don't give too much up, and their energy levels are both extremely high.
I don't think Arlington has yet to have a lead in this game. Melrose was out to a 5-0 lead at the beginning of the game. I know we were tied at 15 at one point, and at 24-19, I don't think Arlington ever actually took the lead. I think the best they've done is they've tied it a couple times here in the second quarter. But, you know, psychologically, you want to get over that hump at least once, take that lead. And now trailing by 5, they have a little ways to go to get to that lead to give them a little more confidence.
Definitely need to get a little spurt here before halftime. Cut that lead even down to 1 or 2, and then we got a different ball game.
Radoslovich back into the Arlington lineup, number 24. Again, Arlington super aggressive, even in the foul trouble that they are, team-wise.
Yeah, the second unit, when they put him in there, those guys play some serious.
Jaden Williams with the steal. He goes coast to coast and lays it up and in. First basket of the game for Jaden.
All right, let's get him on a little streak here. Okay, get a hustle back.
Inside, strong move, no. Rebound fought for. Melrose comes up with it.
Got a box out there. Good help defense. Ooh, quick call.
Radoslovich came over as a secondary defender. Thought he did a nice job getting there.
Good help defense.
Yep, putting the hands up, but the officials whistle him for a foul, his first, and team foul number 10 on the Ponders. First free throw rolls around and in for John Lamas.
Sort of a lucky bounce there. Looked like the rotation wasn't there.
Yeah,
but that was good. That's good help defense, and you know what? If you're going to pick up a foul playing help defense, so be it.
Lamas, that one looked a lot better than the first one. He got lucky on the first one, made the second one pure. Back to a 5-point Melrose lead coming up on the final minute of the first half.
Back into the 2-3. I think Melrose has had more success in the 2-3 than they had in their half-court man-to-man defense. So that's where I like Williams right there. See him on the baseline right there, the low post baseline. That's where they got to get him the ball.
Good defense there by Montero, but he threw it away. Gave it right back to the Ponders. Newford got caught up in traffic. He thought he might have gotten hit. No call. 1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock as we come down to the final 30 seconds of the first half. Oh, good help by Radoslovic.
All the second unit plays tough D.
I don't know if he'll get
That's
credit
how they earn their playing time, Don.
You're gonna give him credit for something. Steal, block shot, some kind of good defensive play there. And
defensive energy.
Yep, let's see, Arlington will hold for a final shot coming up in the final 10 seconds of the half. Student body section counting down the time to assist the Ponders. Williams, Hagelin fakes, tries to take a desperation shot at the buzzer, no. And that's the way the first half will end.
All right. The nice little run there at the end of the second quarter there.
Arlington trailed by 4 at the end of 1. They give up another point here in the second quarter, and we'll go to the halftime break. The score at the end of the first half, Melrose 26, Arlington 21. Tim and I will be back with the second half action. And getting ready for second half action, Dawn Phelan along with Tim Hoffman. Letty is on camera tonight, and Azine is our graphics person, so thank you to those two young ladies for helping us out with the telecast tonight. And Tim, Arlington down by 5. It's kind of what we expected, kind of a sloshy slugfest type of game. Remember, Caden Mills in foul trouble with 3, and see if Arlington get a little more scoring in the second half.
Yeah, they come out with the same defensive intensity, cause a turnover on the first possession, get a couple of quickies here, and then you're right back in it. There it is.
And on the drive, Jaden Williams to the basket. No, he's fouled on the play. It'll be outside as Nasir Montero will pick up the foul.
Yeah, I think whenever they can catch Melrose in their half-court man, stay spread and let Jaden take it to the hoop.
First foul of the game for Montero. He led the way for the Red Hawks with 8 first-half points. Arlington was led by Owen Haglund, who had 12.
And you see how Melrose instantly goes back to their 2-3, which has been very favorable for them in this in the first half. Oh, that's right where I like it.
Jaden held to 3 first-half points. He averages probably over 20 a game, I would imagine. Hess got caught up in the air, landed before he could pass it. By rule, a traveling violation.
Let that fly. If you're already halfway there, let it go. I'm always looking for excuses to shoot on.
No doubt. You didn't make many, but you shot him.
Oh, I don't know about that, brother.
Here's Hess on the steal. Lays it up and in.
I don't mind you giving me heat about my defense, but not my shooting. That's where we draw the line, brother.
Half dozen for Simon Hess. Arlington cuts the lead down to 3. Oh, good drive
take
there.
Davis, right?
Yeah, I think that's Lamas, number 3, was it?
Okay, yeah.
Thought it was Lamas, number 3.
It was a really good take.
As you mentioned, Davis kind of hobbled from that early collision he had, as he was held to just 3 first-half points. And Captain Cameron Lippy held to only 4 points. So Arlington did a good job on the Melrose co-captains. It was Montero was the one that kind of killed them.
Both Davis and Lamas are tough on D. Man-to-man defense. They both get down. Oh, that looked like a push-off. But they both are really good in the quarter on defense. That's a great
cuts
pass.
It back to 3. Lippy misses the layup. Now the rebound's fought for. And you got to be kidding me. I can't believe
I thought you were going to tackle the ref, Don.
Oh, my gosh.
Get
Nufa for 3. No. Rebound is going to probably be a backcourt violation. I don't know why that's not a backcourt violation. Okay.
They need one of those threes just to loosen up the zone a little bit. Maybe get Melrose to think that they have to go back to the man, especially if they hit a couple in back-to-back possessions. There you go, Williams.
Jaden's going to go into the paint.
Nice.
To the left hand, lays it in.
Yeah, when they have good spacing and he can get to the paint, even if he doesn't make it, he's going to get fouled.
Jaden Williams gets a hand in the passing lane, lucks it out of bounds. Remains Melrose ball. We have a 1-point game. 5:33 remaining, third quarter, 28-27 Melrose.
I would have liked to hear the halftime speech because you could see Arlington came out with a little bit more intensity on both ends of the floor, taking care of the basketball. Coach Woods tell them exactly what they need to do.
3-point shot by John Aarons is no good.
Attack the hoop.
Jaden Williams.
There you go.
To the basket, puts it up. No, he's fouled on the play.
That's got to be your primary offense off of the break. Once you get into your secondary break and you reset, there's other options. But if you're going on your primary break, that's what we have to do is get him to the hoop.
Aarons picks up that foul, his second. Jaden Williams unable to hit the first free throw. The 5 for Arlington are the same 5 that began the game for them. Number 0, Simon Hess. Number 1, Jaden Williams. Number 4, Owen Haglund. Number 20, Matt Neufer. And number 23, Caden Mills. Williams hits 1 of the 2 free throws. He now has a half dozen on the game, and we are tied at 28. So here's what I talked about before. Arlington has gotten to a tie a couple of times, have not gone over that hump to actually take the lead. Montero for 3.
I'd take that all day. You play defense like that and let him take that.
Neufer with the rebound. Haglund with the drive. Goes into the paint. Strong fouled on the play. And Owen Haglund's slow to get up, but his teammates assist him.
See how his teammates were right there for him, Don.
Yeah, I don't know if he was ready to get up quite yet. I think he needed that extra second.
Mills picks you up, you're getting up.
Yeah. He Still bent over, a little bit of pain, it looks like, but he'll
that
get open for the shot, that's for sure. And nails it.
Good enough to jack that. That's a good shot. That's
Owen,
exactly what they needed.
Owen Hagelin hits the three, and the Spy Ponders take the lead. Their first lead of the game, 31-28 Arlington, 4:50 to go, third quarter.
Hess really plays tough man-to-man defense here. He moves his feet well.
Oh, Hagelin couldn't come up with that one. Now, Newford tried to take a charge, and Montero lays it in. Nasir Montero now in double figures for the Red Hawks with 10. Spy Ponders, they lead it by 1.
See how Hess moved everyone through. He just wanted to get Williams the ball in space. See, I'd rather him not even have that pick there where they come down. Newford comes down to set the pick. Is when Williams has the ball with his dribble, give him room. Let him create, get to the hoop.
Called a carrying violation as Jaden drove the
that
baseline.
Especially with the Euro step now. It's like, why call a carry? The guys could take 3 or 4 steps.
Wow, sloppy possession there for Melrose, and they turn it over out of bounds.
It's because of the defense. Arlington's defense has just been playing great tonight. Here we go. We need a good possession here. Move the ball a little bit. Get Williams in space. He stepped out, yep.
It'll be Melrose ball.
See, I think when they bring the man over to pick for him, they're gonna just double team him. It's almost better off just clearing out and getting him to the hoop. Tough D. Nice pass.
Halfway through the third quarter, Caden Mills finds himself wide open. He just says, I'll just take that and lay it in.
Right on the baseline, great pass. That's a little bit of the weakness, even on their zone, is that underneath the basket on the baseline, Melrose has a little bit of a weak spot there, and if they can get the ball there to either Mills or Williams, that's going to be a good one.
And as you get a look during this timeout, we have the Arlington High School basketball cheerleaders, a couple of them anyway, and we'll give you their roster right now. Coaches are Allie Seymour and Sarah List. 2 juniors on the squad are Tatum Kerr and Allie Waldman. 3 sophomores on the team, Mia Thess, Rian Lawless, and Rianne Lyons. So there's a Ryan and a Rianne, that's interesting. Lauren Henneberry, also a sophomore on the team. And 3 freshmen, Jill Cole, Haley Lucenti, and Tess Callahan. So there are your Arlington High School boys varsity cheerleaders. And thank you for all your hard work.
They've been doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, as we said, they used to kind of be in the corner, and we really couldn't get them on any of our camera shots. So now they've moved to the sideline here, so they'll be able to get some more camera time. And thank you.
And that's what you need, Don.
Absolutely.
You need some ink.
And thank you to the coaches for submitting that roster. Now Newford will go into the first row, knocking that ball out of bounds.
Good hustle. Good hustle by Matt. He anticipated the play, just missed it, but he got there just to break it up. Really liking Arlington's defense here.
Melrose took that last time out there, second, I believe. Now Montero to the basket, can't get the roll. There's Lippy, blocked by from behind by Mills. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will be Arlington ball.
Good D by Mills. Mills will sneak up on you on the back. He just wants one call, Don.
Claiming that Lippy was hit not once, but twice on that possession. And a good thing it wasn't, because I think that would have been on Caden if there was a call, and that would have been his 4th.
I think the refs are letting both call, letting it go a little bit, but they're doing a really good job.
Can't let that one go. Jaden playing aggressive defenses. They got their feet kind of tangled up, but has to be a foul as the efforts by Jaden Williams caused the player to fall for Melrose.
Where Jaden got the ball there on offense, that's fine, even if he misses the shot. If he gets in there in deep, he's going to be successful. Hess, I like Hess on-ball defense.
3 minutes remaining, third quarter. And a lot of contact. Arlington player was out of bounds when he touched it, so it will remain Melrose ball.
A lot of contact there, Don. Coach Woods isn't as concerned with the individual refereeing calls as the Melrose coach. He wants to teach and get the kids in the right direction here.
So no shot hit the rim, no Arlington possession there. They did not reset the shot clock, so down to 14 seconds on the shot clock for Melrose.
I would give them that all night.
Three-point corner shot,
Until
no
someone
good by
makes one.
Brophy. And here comes Owen Haglund.
He's having a game tonight, Don.
He just put his head down, went all the way to the rack and laid it in. Arlington with their largest lead of the game, wearing down this Melrose team with their defense. Ponders by 5.
And that's a soft spot on them, getting back in transition. Dive. You don't have to tell Mills to dive.
Couple of players on the ground that possession. They find Jaden Williams ahead of the pack. He lays it up and gets the roll.
All defense right there. Defense leads to offense.
And now it appears that Simon Hess is shaken up. I believe they stopped play.
I thought there was a timeout. No timeout?
No timeout that I know of.
All right, well, this is good. They get to set the press up. He has the baseline, right, Don?
He does.
Yep.
I don't know what this pause in play is for, but they seem to have taken care of it.
Got to be careful deep.
They go inside to Lippy, and Lippy makes a nice power move and lays it in. Cameron Lippy now with a half dozen. Ponders lead by 5, under 2 minutes remaining, third quarter.
Arlington's press makes Melrose go at a little bit faster pace than they want to, and even though they got the ball inside there, I don't think they want to go at that pace.
Jaden Williams tangled up there with the Melrose player. The held ball is the call. Arlington retains possession, 22 seconds on the shot clock, minute 44 remaining, third quarter. Newfer, can he get the three-point shot going?
There it is.
This time he can.
When he gets his feet set, Don, has about a half a second to a second to get it. He's a much better shooter than when he has to have a quick release. At a play like that was obviously designed super well. That's what his forte is on the corner.
25,
Careful.
that should be a 10-second count. And they throw it away anyway. Either way, it should have been Arlington ball. The new mechanic nowadays is you don't even have to have a visual count in the backcourt, and if you see 25 on that shot clock, that's an automatic 10-second call. Melrose didn't have it over at the 25-second mark, but fortunately for Arlington, they threw it away anyway. Great defense by Arlington to get what would have been, you don't see many 10-second calls, and it's always nice as defense to get credit for that. Haglund for 3.
Haglund.
And Arlington is in good shape now, people. They're wearing down Melrose defensively, they're scoring offensively, and all of a sudden Arlington with an 11-point lead.
They did need that reach. Haglund is doing everything else, though. Arlington's defense tonight has really stepped it up. Their defense is leading to their offense.
They've held Melrose to 6 third-quarter points. Meanwhile, Arlington has scored 12 of their own. Under a minute remaining, third quarter. Ricardo Bondasani checks into the Arlington lineup, and he replaces Caden Mills. So good substitution there, prevent Caden from picking up foul number 4.
Bondasani's going to play some tough defense here.
Ball knocked out of bounds by the Ponders. It remains Melrose ball.
Great adjustment by seeing that Melrose was going to struggle with the press. Coach Woods switched it up, put the press on them. That's really been the difference here.
Yeah, the official steps in to speak with Ellis Davis about something. Davis didn't really know what he was talking about. Maybe the play had gotten rough. Hess with the steal. Arlington with the numbers, 4 on 3. Here's Jaden Williams to the basket. Could have been a block, no contact. And what a tip in by Matt Newfer.
Good aggressive way to attack the hoop. Offensive rebounding.
Another steal by Arlington and a foul by Melrose. And let's everybody keep their heads here. Things are going Arlington's way. They don't want to do anything to change the calls or to get the momentum Melrose way. It should be Arlington ball, right?
You would think. But both players realized that they were playing aggressively and just walked away. It didn't seem like it was too chippy of a situation.
Arlington ball. Arlington can hold for a final shot if they so desire. 34.3 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
I just get Haglund to light one up again. Why not? The kid's on fire.
Haglund has 20 of Arlington's 45.
Wow.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Woods, I really think I want to hold for one here. 13-point lead. So much for my thinking as Jaden Williams hits a three.
We'll take it.
Yeah, if you can get a beautiful three-point shot, take it, extend the lead. Arlington up by 16. I don't believe it. Out of nowhere. Now going to the basket strong is Montero, and he's fouled on the play. It'll be Bondasani from behind. I don't think it will be a shooting foul. For Ricardo, he picks up foul number 3. Each team now with 4 second-half team fouls.
Williams is very similar to Newford. When he gets his feet set, he's a really good three-point shooter.
19.5 seconds to go. Pond is by 16.
Try not to get a foul here.
And a nice take all the way to the basket by Ellis. Lays it in. Let's see if Arlington can get off the final shot with 5 seconds to go. Jaden Williams fakes. Jaden Williams between the legs. Fakes again. Pulls up. Throws it up. Just short. And an impressive third quarter by Arlington.
That was their best quarter that we've seen in a while, Don.
They scored 21 points in the first half. They scored 27 in this third quarter, and they take a 48-34 lead into the final frame.
Sometimes we see Arlington has a really, really good defense and their offense is struggling, or sometimes they're really pushing the ball well on offense and their defense struggles. Right now, they have their offense and defense both clicking at the same time, and you can see how dangerous they are when that happens. And their press has really led to their offense.
Yeah, they outscored Melrose 27-8 in that third quarter to turn what was a 5-point halftime deficit into a 14-point third quarter lead.
And not only their defensive intensity, but their offensive intensity, the way they attacked the hoop, took the shots, and Haglund just draining a couple of threes, getting to the hoop, and Williams started to heat up. You knew he wasn't going to be kept quiet the whole game, just on his average alone, but he's attacked the hoop a couple of times, and that's really freed things up for everyone else. And then, of course, you get Mills with his defense, his rebounding, and his overall intensity. You get all those working together, and Arlington's a tough team to beat.
It will be Melrose ball to start the final frame. Melrose finds themselves down by 14. Inside to Lippy, powers it up.
Really good defense by Newfer. He's played good interior defense.
Haglund all the way, no.
He wants to get 30, Don.
That would be nice. Oh, nice move by Montero. Dumps the pass down to Lippy. There was some contact there. They let him play through, and Lippy lays it in.
It was good post-pass defense there by Bondasari. Sort of took a charge, but I think it's a good call to let him keep moving.
Yep, he wanted the charge, didn't get it. Officials let him play on. Lippy with the bucket. Arlington up by 12. Jaden Williams for 3. Yes! Ooh. So Jaden starting to hit from the outside. He now has 14, and the Ponders have their largest lead of the game, 15 points.
He starts draining those with his interior game. Going to be a tough matchup for anybody, Don.
Matt Newfer will check out of the Arlington lineup, replaced by Caden Mills. Mills played that entire third quarter without picking up foul number 4, so he's still in pretty good shape. And now on the inbounding pass, Melrose throws it away. Arlington ball.
Newford's played really well, not just offensively, but on defense. He's covered their big kid. He's rebounded. He's boxed out. He's played a really good all-around game. Oh, nice back door.
What a play by Arlington. Well, they definitely foul there. There's a beautiful bounce pass, I believe, by Hess on the cut to Williams. Williams went up strong. He would have had the basket, but a good foul there by Melrose to prevent the easy 2, and Jaden's going to have to earn him.
Yeah, Hess probably the best passer on the team and the most creative passer, but that was a really nice backdoor bounce pass. You know, I see this all the time with Jaden. On his first shot, he rushes it. He's got, now see, watch this. He takes his time, takes a couple dribbles, takes a breath.
And knocks it down.
Yeah, his first shot is too quick. He's got to do the same routine on his first shot that he does on his second shot.
Again, the Arlington defense. This time, Lippy's in a little bit of trouble. He gets out of the trouble. Let's see if Melrose gets it over the timeline. 26, 25, barely over. And now we're going to have a traveling
violation. Yeah, because he ran into Mills. He saw Mills and he picked up his dribble, but he kept moving.
And Coach Daniel Burns will take a timeout. Timeout number 3 for Melrose. They have 2 remaining. And now Coach Burns has his players on the floor in a teaching moment.
Absolutely.
And we get another good look at the Arlington High School cheerleading squad.
There's some boxing out and how to get position. Imagine their practices, Don. They have to be a little bit intense, the Melrose practices. But he is a good teacher. He knows the game really well. And, you know, what he's saying to the guys right now is it's your position. Who wants the ball a little bit more? And I think that's what he was showing them. And the Arlington guys want the ball a little bit more.
Back to live action here. Simon Hess with the ball for the Ponders. Arlington up by 16. 6:40 remaining in the contest. Jaden Williams going to take this one into the paint.
Nice
dumps
pass.
it to Caden. Caden lays it in.
Nice bounce pass. He drew the defense to him.
This is the best stretch of two-way basketball that we've seen really from Arlington, I want to say, all season long. Lippy got in trouble, had to throw it up there. Otherwise, he would have been called for a travel. Jaden Mills with the rebound, and Arlington looking to come the other way. They lead it by 18.
That pass defense by Mills, you know he's a linebacker too. He'll cover you going deep.
Hess tried to bury the Red Hawks with that corner 3. It didn't go, but nice job there by Caden Mills grabbing the offensive rebound, and he was fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2. And
Mills is such a good rebounder for his size. I mean, he gets in there, he gets great position. He's got high energy. Obviously, he's a great athlete, but he really gets after those defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds.
And that's foul number 5 committed by Connor Brophy. He fouls out of the game with 4 points, replaced by number 3, John Lamas.
I don't think he wanted his gum anymore.
First free throw, no good. .608 remaining. Arlington maintaining that 18-point lead.
And I like that they're staying with the full court pressure. That way you get to dictate tempo. It's a nice move.
A spin move by Lamas, and he gets the roll.
Yeah, Lamas came off the bench more of as a defensive replacement, but he's played very well.
He's got 8, and the Ponders lead is now 16 points under 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
And they have to go man because they can't sit back in the zone because Arlington will just take time off the clock.
Haglund in the paint made a nice little pass there to Caden Mills. A little bit in front of Caden. I don't think Caden could have got to that one even if he had been looking, but good idea by Owen Haglund.
Yeah, it was a nice little pass. Hess once again with the good on-ball defense. Stay low here. I'd give him anything outside. They haven't proven, Melrose hasn't proven that they can hit the 3.
Well, going up a shot, no good by Aarons.
Oh, wow.
Here comes Bondasani. And
that was the
call for a traveling violation.
That was the double Euro step.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if Melrose has even made a 3 all night. I don't recall any.
If they did, it was early.
Yeah. Arlington had a nice little run there in the 3rd quarter. They made 2 or 3 3-pointers. As I said, I don't know if that's their highest scoring quarter of the season. I'd have to check with Coach Woods. They scored 27 points in that 3rd quarter.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is if you have multiple 3-point shooters, where you got Haglund, oh my goodness, Williams,
Lippy,
and Hess that could all shoot it. Newfer hit one, too.
They are letting the boys play right now on both ends. Lippy looked like he got hit a couple of times in this last possession. He was upset. And now
he's
Montero to the basket.
Big, strong kid, too.
Yeah, looked like
don't want to get him too mad.
Caden Mills took a couple of whacks at him.
Mills took a wild whack at him.
Coming up on 4:20 remaining.
Oh, the runner, I liked it.
No, but he's able to get his own rebound.
Great pass.
What a play. No, but Caden Mills will go to the line for 2 on the beautiful pass by Jaden Williams.
And good cut, too. If he's just standing there watching, that's not going to happen, but he had the instinct to go to the hoop He was probably going to the hoop for an offensive rebound, but Jaden got him on the pass.
2 shots for Caden Mills.
There it is.
Hits the first. Newfer back in. Bondasani out for the Ponders. Arlington increases the lead back up to 15. They've led by as many as 18, and they just want to be careful here to not let this one become a close game down the stretch. Let's keep it in double figures and coast home to a victory here tonight.
Yeah, they used to bring Newfer in when he first got back from his injury, mostly for offense, but his defense and his rebounding has been excellent tonight.
Good strong move there by Davis, and he lays it in. A 13-point Arlington lead halfway through the 4th quarter.
Davis and Lamas both get to the hoop pretty good.
Here's Hagelin. He's getting to the hole pretty good right
and
now.
And one.
Count the basket. And Owen Hagelin will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
He's filling up the box score tonight, Don. He's like
22 for Owen Hagelin, high point man for the Ponders.
And he's got some rebounds. He's got some assists. He's played very well in the defensive end as well. He's played an all-around great game tonight.
Yeah, he has certainly improved from game 1. As we've seen, he has really become Arlington's second option offensively, along with Jaden Williams.
And not only is he a good scorer, he wants to score, which is half the battle.
Yeah, he's averaging at least 20 over the last 4 games. And he's got 23 tonight.
Good for him.
3.5 minutes remaining. Arlington by 16.
Once
Davis,
again,
3-point shot. No, but the rebound
pack
comes
it
right
in.
back to him.
Let him take that. Who's covering him?
He got a good position there, did Lippy. Missed the first one. Puts back up the second one. No. Foul on the play.
I saw Hagelin twist his ankle a little bit there, Don.
Foul will be called against Caden Mills. He picks up foul number 4, 5th on the team. Melrose has committed 8, so Arlington is in the bonus for the rest of the game. Defensively, Arlington still has 1 to give.
I think Owen might have stepped on someone's foot.
9 for co-captain Cameron Lippy.
Probably with at least that many rebounds as well.
Doesn't get to 10. Strong rebound by Matt Newfer.
Yeah, Newfer's good on the glass.
Here's Caden. Arlington works it around. They probably want to use up a little clock because it does look like Melrose has gone. No, it looked like zone, but now it looks like they're falling back to man.
They've got to go man.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they can't afford to let Arlington chew up clock on each possession. Simon Hess' little baseline jumper is good.
That's a tough shot. Usually you either go to the hoop or you take the 3. He pulled up. A really good shot there.
Hess is in double figures now for Arlington.
And you could just trade hoops with them now. You know, like if you're making shots like that Hess just made, you can give Melrose 1, you trade hoops, ball game.
They're going to get Caden Mills on that foul, and for Caden, that will be foul number 5, so he will join Connor Brophy in the disqualified category, 1 for each team. And let's see who Coach Woods will go to replace Caden Mills. Caden fouls out with 5 points.
He got his money's worth on the fouls, though.
No doubt.
No soft fouls by Caden Mills. He ripped a ton of boards tonight, too.
It'll be number 24, Ben Radoslovich, into the Arlington lineup to replace Caden Mills. 2 shots for Ellis Davis. First free throw is good. Co-captain for the Red Hawks now has 8 points.
Yeah, Caden Mills did a little bit of everything tonight. He played great defense. He rebounded like he always does. Had that real good intensity.
Second free throw is missed, but Lamas tracked it down the corner. Now Lippy back up. No, they're going to get Radoslovich on a foul, I believe.
Sometimes Melrose gets a little bit off center on offense. I think that if they had pumped it into Lippy a little bit more, so he went many possessions, many trips down the floor where he didn't touch the ball. You got a big, strong kid like that. He's got to be about 6'5". You got to get him to touch the ball inside. And even if he doesn't score, he's going to draw contact and get to the line and slow down the pace.
Radoslovich did pick up that foul, his second, 7th on the team. Lippy hits 1 of 2. He's now in double figures for the game. And a timeout called by Melrose. I believe that is the 4th timeout called by Coach Burns. They have 1 remaining.
They can trade hoops here.
15-point Arlington lead, 2:43 to go. See what Coach Burns designs for his team to try to make up this deficit in such a short period of time.
Coach Mike's over there figuring out how many timeouts they have just in case. What an asset to have him on the bench with his years of experience coaching basketball and being around basketball. To have an assistant coach like that at the high school level is just a huge asset. Great basketball mind.
Get another look at the Arlington High School cheerleaders during this timeout. Again, running down that roster led by coaches Allie Seymour and Sarah List. Tatum Kerr and Allie Waldman are juniors. Mia Thess, Ryan Lawless, Rianne Lyons, and Lauren Henneberry are sophomores. Jill Cole, Haley Lucenti, and Tess Callahan, freshmen.
I saw a couple of moves. I would just tear a hammy right off the bat.
Yeah.
Don.
Oh,
I'd be out. I'd be out for the season.
Yeah, you got to give them credit. They practice a lot. They're athletes.
They work,
and
absolutely.
a young squad, too.
Yeah, they'll be around for a while.
No seniors. Ball knocked out of bounds by Melrose. Arlington keeps the possession. 2:41 remaining in the game. Full court pressure by Melrose. Arlington breaks it rather easily.
Got good press break. They stayed balanced and had someone in the middle. When you get the ball in the middle, you look opposite.
Coming up on under now, 2.5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Arlington hopefully just mathematically should be able to ride this out. Use up some clock each possession. Get a good shot. Jaden might have slid the pivot there, got away with it. And Arlington now, they still have to play defense here. Just can't afford to let Melrose chip away in this final couple of minutes.
And nothing silly.
Steal there by Arlington. That helped. 2 minutes remaining in the game, Arlington by 15. Again with the 35-second shot clock now. In years past, it has been 30 seconds. Jaden doesn't care about the shot clock and instead knocks down a three.
Same thing, when he gets his feet set like that, as a set shooter, he's deadly.
18 for Jaden Williams.
He's got 3 from the same spot. Throw up a quick 9 points right there.
Now going to the basket strong, no, but a foul on the play. Let's see if they get Radoslovich on that one. If you recall, Jaden only had 3 points at the half, and he now has 18. So he has come alive here in the second half with 15 second half points. And I think Owen had 12 at the half. He has 23. So it's really been Jaden Williams and Owen Hagelin really carrying the load for the Spy Ponders here in the second half.
Offensively, but defensively, they're so well balanced. I mean, Newfer, Bondasandi, of course, Mills. Those guys defensively, everyone played really well today. Hess plays tough D. I mean, on the ball, he's usually covering whoever brings it up. He plays tough D, and it really frees things up, especially on the break for the guys that have been scoring.
So substitutions for Melrose, Nabiu Daniel, number 4, and number 13, Benjamin Perella checking in the lineup. So
good rebound.
Coach Burns is going to his bench, takes out a couple of his starters, and a blocking foul will be called against Perella. First on Perella, 9th on the team, so Jaden Williams will go to the line for a one-on-one.
All right, let's look at the tempo on the first one. If he takes his time, takes a breath, takes a couple dribbles, he's making it, Don.
First free throw is good.
There you go. Got to keep with the same routine.
Diego Palmieri at the scorer's table getting ready to check in the Arlington lineup, but I think he's going to replace Jaden Williams. But now Arlington will make other substitutions. As number 22, Nico Trapotsis. Number 21, Lincoln Fudge. Number 12, Peter Clarity. And number 11, Cole Hogan, all into the Arlington lineup.
I saw 21 play in the JV game. I got here early. He's going to be a really good player. Fudge, right? Is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Class of 25, so he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, he can bring it. He has to develop a little bit, but he's a tough player.
Three-point shot from the corner there is no good by Gino Preziosa, who has checked into the Melrose lineup.
Good job by Coach Woods getting the guys in. These guys practice hard. They come to every practice. They work hard. They do everything that everyone else does. It's great to get them some light. Once again, another great coaching move by Coach
Peter
Woods.
Clarity goes to the basket. No.
I think they're going to let a lot go here at the end.
Shot was blocked. And now putting it up no is John Lamas, and Lamas will go to the line for 2. So Diego Palmieri, number 13, will come into the Arlington lineup soon to replace Jaden Williams. So it'll be Palmieri, it'll be Trapatsis, Fudge, Clarity, and Hogan, the 5 to round out this game for the Spy Ponders. I think Coach Burns wants to take out his remaining starter. It's Lamas. Well, Lamas didn't start, but he's played significant minutes off the bench, and
he's a good athlete.
He's going to allow another one of his role players to get in there, and sure enough, that's what's going to happen as number 23, Siddharth Praveen, into the lineup.
Melrose going to pick up full.
64-48 Ponders, final minute of the game. Both teams are going to trying it out. Good double team there by Melrose, and it looks like Clarity stepped out of bounds. So Clarity and Fudge are both sophomores, as is, of course, Owen Hagland, our leading scorer tonight. So future looks bright for the Ponders.
Absolutely.
Some of these sophomores getting some varsity run.
And one of the guys that has been hurt this year, James Dingman, he played really well last year as a freshman.
Oh, what a great defensive play by Clarity, blocking it from behind. Here comes Lincoln Fudge. Fudge to the hole, lays it up and in.
I had the scouting report from the JV game, Don.
Now I'm imagining that could be Lincoln Fudge's first varsity points. I'm not positive about that. But
I would say so, but he took it to the hoop.
First time he's played in a home game, I know that, so I don't know what he's done in any of the road games. Now they're going to get a reach-in foul on Arlington. It's going to go against Peter Clarity, his first. Team foul number 10 for Arlington, so at the line for Melrose, and a big opportunity here for this young man, Siddharth Praveen, at the line for 2. See if he can get his name in the book, if you will.
Absolutely. You want to get in the box score, Don. Take your time, follow through, bend your knees. There it is. Nice shot.
Around the rim and out.
All right.
For the senior.
But he got, that was good. That was good form. I like this one going in. Takes his time. He's got nice tempo. He's over the line, but hey, we'll take it.
Praveen hits 1 of 2, and a nice round of applause from the Melrose faithful for him.
They don't ask how, they ask how many, Don.
And Arlington breaks the press this time. As Trapatsis will probably just be able to dribble this one out. He gets
nice
in
pass.
The wing. Let's see if Hogan's going to launch it. He does the right thing and does not shoot it, but nice for him to take one just to get in the box score, as you mentioned, but not the sportsmanship thing to do, to take a shot when you're up by 17. So that's the way this one will end.
Good game by Arlington. Their defense led to offense, well-rounded. I mean, Hagland, Williams, Mills, Newfer, all their big guys played well. Hess played very well. Passing, defense. Great game, great all-around game by Arlington.
So Arlington will go on the road on Thursday to play South High Community School. They'll return to the Kozlowski Gymnasium to play a home game against Woburn at 5:30. Let's run down the scoring for tonight's game. For Melrose, Connor Brophy had 4 points. John Aarons and Siddharth Praveen each with 1 point. Ellis Davis with 8 points. John Lamas had 9. High point man, Cameron Lippy had 10, and the high point man for the Red Hawks was Nasir Montero, who had 12 points. For the Spy Ponders, Lincoln Fudge had 2 points. Caden Mills had 5 points. Matt Newfer had 7. Simon Hess in double figures with 10. Jaden Williams had 19. Owen Hagland had 23, and a total of 66.
Can I give the player of the game, Don?
You got it.
I'm going with Owen Hagland, even though Williams was right on his tail, but Hagland kept them in the game when they were down, and when they needed him, he was there. He played a great all-around game and hit his shots, and really just one of the best games I've seen him play.
I want to extend our thanks to Letty on camera and Ozine on graphics for helping us out here tonight. For my partner,
and we need it.
Yeah, we definitely do. Appreciate them. And for my partner, Tim Hoffman, I'm Don Phelan from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. The final score here tonight, Arlington 66, Melrose 49. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, Don.